Hey, it's Biz Dev Live with Cameron Toth. Start marketing strategy, marketing takeaways we're going to talk about today are soundbite, your elevator pitch, community building, community use, 3, networking community, 4, relationship building, 5, be an expert, a thought leader, 6, post, automate some content, be awesome, and 7, referrals and endorsements. We're about to get into it right after the Biz Dev Live theme song. Stay tuned.
Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it.
Yep.
This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit.
Yep.
Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
Thanks for being with me. So we're going to get right into it. Marketing strategy. So listen, you have a brand or you don't have a brand, but marketing is not branding. It can help with your branding. Branding is who you are. Marketing is how you get that out into the world. So let's say, for the sake of argument, you know who you are, you know what you're selling. Let's go. All right. So soundbite, your elevator pitch. How are you explaining really quickly to somebody what you do? If I'm telling you about Toth Event Staffing, we are a company that provides waiters, chefs, and bartenders to caterers and private homes all over Westchester, New York City, and Lower Connecticut. We are going to provide great hospitality. We're going to provide a hospitality professional to be there when you need somebody that cares, right? That's my elevator pitch, my marketing message, and I'll gear that to whoever my audience is or whatever my strategy or goal for making the sale is on that day. But you need to have those sound bites and elevator pitches ready to go at a moment's notice. They're really important for networking meetings. If you're watching this and you're a part of Master Networks, we do a soundbite. I love Master Networks, and I'm glad to really give them a shout out and an endorsement here, because every week you do your soundbite in a meeting, and it's a great opportunity to advertise yourself to 30 somewhat professionals, 16, whatever that number is in the room on a given day. And it allows you to improve that elevator speech. So constant practice, sharpening that saw, that knife is really huge. And then that leads right into the next step. So community building. Now, community building could be with a networking group. It could be in your outreach. Bringing people together is really important, though. So if you don't have a networking group, how are you bringing people together? Is it your employees? Is it your customers? I love the business model of Tupperware. Talk about selling and creating community. Let's get together and have a party and talk about this product I'm selling. It'll be a lot of fun. And guess what? You might sell some Tupperware as well, right? So that's really where it comes down to: community building, community use. Now taking that community that you've built and really using that to support you, to make you better at your business, but particularly on the marketing end, how to work with them to further get your product out there. So we're going to get into referrals and endorsements later, but how do you build up to those referrals and endorsements? By getting into your community, helping out, and really making sure that everyone in that community, whether it's Master Networks, a professional association you're with, really making them understand who you are and what you're selling. That is marketing at its very core. That relationship marketing is really important, but understanding that you need to be in multiple communities, start with one, start simple. But if you're a part of an association, maybe you need to be on the board, because just showing up at a meeting isn't building community the way that you want to. Maybe you're not getting the most bang for your buck. So really think about that and build out your community. All right, networking community. Now, why did I just talk about networking group and association? Networking community. Now, this is a group that you're with that is specifically targeted outreach to going out into the world and networking and meeting new people. So that could be your girlfriends that are always inviting folks in. That could be your business partners that are constantly getting new groups or getting into new places, locations, different segments, but that networking core, your help. We all need help, and building that up over time is really going to maximize your marketing and relationship building activity. And that's the next piece, right? Relationship building. So you can build a lot of relationships yourself, but you're never going to be able to build as many relationships as all the people that know you are able to build. So relationship is staying in contact with people, letting them become fans of you, and marketing to them in subtle and enjoyable ways. Tupperware is a great example of how to, sort of sell while you're creating relationships, talking about stuff, having fun over wine. How can you talk about and have wine, right? That metaphor with your target group. How can you get them excited about what you're doing? Is it a right now we're in the COVID economy and everybody's on Zoom meetings. So what are you doing to bring community together and provide value? Are you sending out little letters to let people know that you're really thankful that you're in your life? I'm doing that right now with folks that are coming on Biz Dev Live, that I'm meeting with on face-to-faces. My 13-year-old daughter's helping me build it out and be consistent with it. But we're sending out letters and doing the things that I always want to do. But we're finding new systems and processes to actually get that letter, get that piece of paper out to somebody and done. And you will be really surprised at how thankful people are. I'm always surprised. I'm like, it's a piece of paper in an envelope, but people are really touched to get something personal that's not a bill, that's not some advertisement in the mail. And guess what? That's your brand. That's your personal relationship. So really take advantage of it. How can you build on those relationships? Because the relationships are what keep you top of mind. So be present, be useful, be a connector, build those relationships that will continue to connect people to you. The more relationships that you have that are strong and really meaningful, the more those relationships will pay off for you. This is a long-term strategy. This is like diversifying your stocks and only investing in a company that you're willing to be in for 10 years. It will pay off. It'll pay off hugely, but you got to have the right mindset around it. All right. So now we're doing all the things. We're building community, and I'm glad that this is sort of further down the line, because I think a lot of people, when they're thinking about marketing, go right into I'm going to be an expert. I'm going to be a thought leader right away. Well, it's really other people that decide if we're an expert or a thought leader. That's not to say you should wait until somebody is validating you or saying, okay, you're ready now. That's not the point. But you should definitely feel people out and have relationships with people before you just come out of the blue and say, hey, I'm a thought leader. That's not to say don't start your podcast or anything like that. I just, don't be that person that says there's something that they're really, really, really not. Be be authentic. And I think authentic means that you are presenting yourself as you are and not something more. Now, that being said, I don't think I'm the end all be all, but do I know something after having business for 9 years and doing 700 plus live interviews hour after hour with live person? Do I think I know something more than the average Joe? I have built community. I have done it. I've been there. And if you can say that, then you are an expert. You are a thought leader. If you've been in an association for a long time, if you've done, you understand what I'm saying, understand where I'm going. If you've created something and you've done something, you are an expert, you are a thought leader. So then start speaking that way from a place where you know that you have that knowledge, own it, and really don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself at all and go out in the world. And that means maybe a YouTube video on Facebook, creating your community and saying, hey, I know about this and I want to share it with you. Be a thought leader, be an expert, write that book. Something that I have to do, write that book so that people understand that you are a thought leader and an expert in that environment. Then post, right? That's what I'm doing right now with so much of my social media. And I think that you really need to understand that people's attentions are divided more than ever before. In a world where maybe there was one TV in a house, in a world where the only marketing that somebody was getting was through the mail, in a world where the only electronic kind of information that was coming to you was only email, maybe you could say, well, I don't want to inundate somebody with too many emails. I don't want to inundate somebody with too many messages. Those worlds are gone. Do you want to flood somebody's inbox with email? That's not what I'm saying. What you want to do is promote on so many different channels that you're getting so many different pieces of audience, but you're doing that consistently so that anybody on those platforms, whenever they do check in, are seeing you, that you're utilizing those free platforms. I think Anthony is referring to 10,000 hours in terms of being an expert and a thought leader. It's such a crazy thing when you talk about being an expert in a field. Once you know something that 90% of the other people in that environment really don't know, you're a thought leader and an expert. Don't look for perfection, right? Once you get there, and it might be 10,000 hours, it might be 1,000 hours, it may be 700 hours, whatever the case may be. Once you get to a place where your knowledge is probably greater than 90% of the rest of society, I don't think that you need to worry about whether or not you're an expert, right? Let's kill that. Be awesome. Get your content out there. Don't be afraid. Doesn't have to be amazingly produced content. It doesn't need to be, it could be awful. Literally, if you're consistent with getting stuff out there, you will gain traction. There's somebody that's going to relate to you. Hey, John, thanks for checking in. My engagement guy, geo team building guy in Seattle. Thanks for checking in. So this moves us to the final two pieces. So on the post, once you're doing it, get some automation in there, make your life easier, get a 30-day plan or more so that you can spend a day on building out posts, creating images, using canva.com. I use a combination of Canva and Keynote, believe it or not, to create a lot of the images. So the image that you see actually behind me is using images that I created with Canva in terms of the BizDev logo and different things that I'll use in advertising and throwing up the thumbnails for YouTube videos and Facebook videos, that sort of thing. I'll create those images on canva.com, download those, and then I will play with them on a Keynote slide to drag and drop and move things around so that I can then screenshot it using my 2011 27-inch Mac. Not bragging, but I'm telling you, it's a 2011 device. It's nothing crazy or spectacular. You can do this stuff, right? I want you to get comfortable creating those posts in advance, schedule them, and then worry about other things, right? You know, you got Instagram, 30 days of posts on that, ideally more than one post in a day. But start there, one post a day. So many people are inconsistent with their posting. All right. Before I get into the last thing, John has a question. Thanks for the shout out. What's the number one marketing we should do if we can't do them all? So Gary Vee talks about it, and I completely agree. LinkedIn and or TikTok. Ideally, both two different forms of content, but you can use TikTok to produce video. We know that video is more engaging than the other platforms, but if you're really comfortable with photos, do what works for you. There's no one type of success, and you can be really great if you create some enjoyable images, clip art, whatever your passion, whatever your thing is, create it, get it done. But LinkedIn is the place where you're going to get organic reach. Create a post, and this is, Fanny Dunnigan on LinkedIn gave me this advice. Create that yes or no question. Have you ever done geo-teaming? Have you ever done team building? Yes or no question, followed by X point, Y point, Z point, hashtag, what the whole thing is about. Drop a photo or ideally a video in there, and then mention a whole bunch of people in the first comment on that post to draw in people actually answering and responding to that question. If you have a good following on LinkedIn, I guarantee you, if you do that well, you're going to get somewhere in the area of 1,000 plus views on that. I have done it. I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done. It really works. I got a reward recently. I talked about that and didn't even follow that format. Mentioned some folks. That post is at 2,400 views. So it's not horribly complicated to do. Create some engaging questions, just yes or no questions to hook people in. So that way they have an opinion one way or the other, and put that out there. And then LinkedIn will send that to your second and third contacts on LinkedIn, which means you have organic reach. Same story on TikTok, although a very much a different vehicle, but you can use TikTok to produce some video that you can actually throw on LinkedIn. It's a great video production tool. Highly recommend it. You can throw titles in there, music, and all sorts of GIFs and little pictures that enhance and add to your thing. So if you're in team building, or you're in meeting planning, or you're in insurance, there's going to be something that's you can search for an image and bring that in there. John says, bravo. Thanks for the inspiration. Watch my LinkedIn. Yes, definitely. All right. Connect with John. A fun guy that does a lot of events online. Referrals and endorsements. Now, this is the place where you really, really can start pushing the needle forward. So people are going to want to do business with you if, just like on Amazon, there's 5 stars next to your name. And what I mean by that is, if there are people that are willing to endorse you, especially on LinkedIn, John, right? So whoever you are, you should be on LinkedIn. You should definitely be on TikTok, even if you're not using it, just to see the technology and try the video production capabilities. I'm sure somebody that's watching this saying, oh, TikTok, aren't they supposed to ban TikTok tomorrow? I don't worry about the what ifs and all that kind of stuff. Look at it, what is right now. And right now, I am telling you, until I see something else, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. TikTok is the place to produce really cool content, video content with your phone. You are missing out. If you are not using it, you are missing out on capabilities that you could promote your jewelry, promote your product, promote your meeting, promote you. You could do that right now with TikTok so easily because of all of the technology features. You can produce what years ago would have cost $10,000 plus to do in terms of bringing titles and music into what you're doing. You can do that right now on TikTok for free for the mighty price of zero. So you're missing out if you're not utilizing it. So definitely take advantage of it. With TikTok, if you're on TikTok, my friend, at that Loper Lady, at sign that Loper Lady. Went to high school with her. Back in March, she was at a couple hundred followers. May, she was at 10,000 followers. Now she is, the last time I looked this week, 1.9 million followers. She does comedy. She tells jokes. There's no huge production piece to this. She's just found something that connects with her audience. It's, when people think of TikTok, they're thinking about 13-year-old dancers. My 13-year-old is dancing on TikTok, but this is the thing. If you search any kind of business on TikTok, there's somebody creating content that is beating you to the punch. I guarantee you. And it's the greatest thing in the world because you can go there and you can get great ideas for your content and how to promote yourself better. So many reasons to be on that platform. I feel like, people that are hearing that, half or more will not go to TikTok, will not discover anything, but really not a waste of your time unless you just get lost in TikTok for a day at a time, which I have to say it can be rather addictive. It's 15-second to 60-second videos, and some of them are really entertaining. And there's a lot of learning on TikTok, which is a possible great hashtag, which should be a part of your marketing game. Google is your friend. Find out, Google, what is a hashtag, how to use hashtags, and you'll get all the information you need there. So referrals and endorsements, going back to that piece of it, getting people to co-sign you, endorse you on LinkedIn. How do you do that? Send out emails to folks that you've done business with and say, hey, I would really like you to endorse me on LinkedIn. And here's the secret sauce. Write the endorsement for them. Hey, John, when we worked on that meeting and we had great results with XYZ, and we got XYZ out of it, and everything went smoothly because of this, how I did that, humble brag, write that endorsement for them. Make it easy. So often, the error I see in people advertising themselves or asking for somebody to set up an appointment for them or follow them on social media. They say, hey, follow me on social media. It's at Cameron Toth. Right now, if I want you to go find at Stacy Loper, what I can do is I can go to TikTok and I can get that whole link, and I'll do that after this. I don't want to have you guys wait for it, but put the whole link in there so that you can find it. All right. And in that way, you're going to go. It makes it easy. So make it easy for your customers. Make it easy for the folks that you are asking something of to go and do what you need to do. Isn't TikTok a young man's game? Look at the people on TikTok using it for business. There are lots of young people on TikTok, and guess what? What is true 1,000 years ago is true today. The young people are our future. That's it. The customers of tomorrow are the young people of today. They may be your clients today even. Widen your reach. As each social media platform develops and ages, so does the people using that platform. So Facebook years ago was a young man, woman's game. It's for young people. Now, what's the average age? I believe it's 45 to 55 is the average age on Facebook. So listen, you can be early and you can take advantage of the organic reach, or you can come late after the advertisers find it and basically destroy the platform, which is what happens all the time. Facebook is useful because so many people are there. LinkedIn is useful because so many people are there and they've kept it as a useful social media platform. Instagram, for me personally, I'm on it. We post to it, but it's not amazingly useful to me until I just need to find somebody that's only there on Instagram and I need to send them a message. Pinterest, I don't use it that much. I don't know that all my ideal clients are. I don't know how to use that platform the best way. If you find your home on one of these platforms and you know how to use it well, you'll get a lot from it. This is what I'm telling you. You ask me, hey, what are the platforms where you can get more reach and actually get more bang for your buck in terms of marketing? LinkedIn, TikTok, free organic reach. Play with the Facebook ads, play with Instagram ads. The cost of attention is cheap right now. If you got the dollars to spend, this is the time to do it because it's cheaper now. When things get back to normal and businesses are open up, then you'll be competing for that marketing with the big folks that have the big dollars, which means they're going to raise the cost of your marketing and advertising up. So take advantage right now. If you got that PPP loan to work with, take advantage and invest in your business and get yourself out there. So just to recap, work on your soundbite and elevator pitch. That should be automatic for you so that you can just look into that TikTok camera, say that, add elements to your video, and just post that on an ongoing basis in different ways. Community building, find those people that are going to want to develop with you and help you develop that soundbite and elevator pitch and elements of your business, your networking community that is going to be the people that help raise the volume of your message, that relationship building. So you got people that are always keeping you front of mind and referring you to the right people. Be an expert, be a thought leader, push yourself out there to create more of all of that I just said in terms of community building and network building and relationship building. Make yourself somebody people want to get in touch with, want to connect with. Be an expert. Post, automate that. Use Later, which is the best one for Instagram if you're really into Instagram, but it also posts on other platforms. There's so many platforms that are freemium, so you can use them at free for a certain amount. Take advantage of that. Referrals and endorsements. Who are the people that you've worked with? Are you going after them on LinkedIn to give you a referral or endorsement on that platform? Write it for them. Make it easy. Make it easy for your clients. Don't send them incomplete links. Make sure you're doing that work. You're copying and pasting because you've already done it. So you're automating that to some degree and have fun with it. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. And if you still need help, contact me, Cameron Toth, Toth Event Staffing. And now I have a company called Care Social Agency, and we're working with people on their video strategy. The first thing that's coming out of this Biz Dev Live thing. So thank you for taking this ride with me. I'm going to go back into the Biz Dev Live theme song, and I will see you on Monday. Thanks, everybody.
Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C. Brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C. Brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.